Hello, Unlimited Friends. It's Zehra back again. Our question today is about work environments. This question was contributed by Melissa. She says, Dear Zehra, I am so very upset. Someone who works with me took my idea and presented it as their own without giving me credit. I am angry. I don't know what to do. This person has a lot of connections, and I feel like if I go to my supervisor, he will not believe me. I want credit for my work because I work hard, and I want to make sure that this person has repercussions for their actions so that they don't do it again to me or to anyone else. What is the law of attraction way of dealing with such things? Well, first of all, Melissa, thank you for sending in your question. I really appreciate it, and I want you to know that you're not alone. In all the coaching that I've done over the past 15 years, I've seen this kind of a thing happen over and over again. And I want you to know that your anger is totally justified. However, understanding the law of attraction means that we understand that we don't want to stay in a place of anger, because anger would keep us low on the emotional scale, and it would actually prevent us from getting the resolution that we want. At the end of the day, what you want is to be happy and satisfied. What you want is your success. So in this video, I want to help you to understand what happened at an energetic level and why did it happen. And then I want to give you the tools so that you can deal with it. Next, I want to show you how you can prevent this from ever happening again. So let's get started. The very first thing to understand is that the universe is always communicating with us and trying to provide us with guidance. Every single manifestation that happens in our life is like a traffic light. When something good happens, the light is green. And it's the universe telling us to keep doing what we are doing in terms of thinking our thoughts. So for example, if you get promoted at work, this promotion is an indicator from the universe telling you that you are thinking thoughts that are aligned with the things that you want. When something bad happens, it's like a red light. It means stop and pay attention to the way you are thinking and feeling, because bad things only happen when your thoughts are not in alignment with what you want. What happened in your case, Melissa, fits in this category. Now, when something happens that is really not that bad, like misplacing your keys and finding them after a few minutes, that is the universe asking us to start paying attention, because we have shifted gears from being positive to being negative, and the universe wants us to stop early on that trajectory and shift back, do something to go back to being positive so that other unwanted events don't happen. Many times we ignore these little indicators. We brush them aside as if they don't matter, but they do. If we pay attention to those little things like dropping coffee or food on your clothes, or being late for a meeting, or things like that, we can prevent negative manifestations from happening in our life. Anyway, the most important thing to understand is that the universe is responding to your vibration, and it's not responding to the subject. So the manifestations that we get are not about work per se, because everything is connected. What this means is that if you had a fight with your boyfriend and this made you unhappy, you would vibrationally be in a low place on the emotional scale, and being low on the emotional scale opens the door to other negative manifestations to come into your life. Things in the non-physical world are connected by vibration. They are not connected by subject. And that is why one subject can influence a manifestation that happens in a different area of your life. So in summary, I want to say 4 things to you. The very first thing I want to say to you is that the reason your colleague stole your idea is because your vibration was low. Maybe it was low because you were afraid of your things not going the way you wanted them at your job, or maybe because of something else. Either way, you were low on the emotional scale. Number 2, a manifestation matching your vibration would have happened either way. Maybe it wouldn't have been this event of your colleague stealing your idea. It could have been something else. It could have been something like your purse being misplaced, your wallet being misplaced, or you getting a parking ticket or a speeding fine, something like that. Something that clearly tells you that you are heading in a negative direction. When your vibration is negative, nothing good can happen in your life. Number 3, someone or the other would have been involved, and it's not necessary that it would have been this person. It could have been anyone else whose vibration matched your vibration at that point in time. If you had changed your vibration, then even in a split second before, if you had changed your vibration and thought some good feeling thoughts, you would have instantly gone up the emotional scale and nothing would have happened, because that's law of attraction. That's how law of attraction works. So the bottom line is that if you were high on the emotional scale, your colleague would never have been able to steal from you. Wanting a punishment for him is a justified feeling, Melissa. It is a sign that you are making your way up the emotional scale by thinking vengeful thoughts. You are justified in thinking this way. But the thing about this is that these thoughts are, even though they are valid and necessary on our journey going up the emotional scale, but if you keep thinking the same thought over and over again, it is going to keep you low on the emotional scale. And certainly taking action from a place low on the emotional scale cannot bring you positive results. You see, we don't need to act on these thoughts, because acting on them is just going to keep you where you are on the emotional scale, whereas what you want is to keep going up. So revenge, anger are just stepping stones on the emotional scale, going up the emotional scale. Once you cross anger and revenge, you get to worry that, oh my God, what will happen now? Am I going to be hurt in some way, or am I going to be less than in some way because this happened? So worry, and then frustration. I wish I could have stopped this from happening. And then from frustration, you go up to a place of hope. And hope sounds like it doesn't matter that he's done this, because you know what? I am abundant in creativity. I have so many ideas coming to me all the time. I don't need to worry about this one idea. I have lots more. And then you keep moving from hope, you move to enthusiasm. I'm going to come up with a better idea. It's okay. I can keep doing my job. My people that I work with, my supervisors know how sincere I am. And that brings you to a place of satisfaction. And then from a place of satisfaction, you go into a place of eagerness and enthusiasm. Come on, I can do a good job. People will find out what he's really like. People will know that he doesn't always have these kinds of good ideas. I can do it. I'm strong. I'm powerful. And that puts you in a place of love and joy. So you've always got to keep going up the emotional scale. And the best thing about this is, look at it kind of in this way. If your colleague stays where he or she is on the emotional scale, then they will attract only negative outcomes, because nothing positive can happen in response to a negative vibration. And that's how you get revenge. That's how karma plays out. So your colleague obviously was not high on the emotional scale. He or she was not feeling empowered or worthy enough to come up with good ideas of their own. They felt incapable of coming up with good ideas of their own, which means that they were low on the emotional scale. That's why they met up with you. You don't need to think about them at all, because thinking about them is not going to allow you, it's going to prevent you from going up the emotional scale. So what I recommend you do is just focus on what you need to do for yourself, for your own personal well-being. All right. So at this stage, let's talk about getting credit for your work. What are the things that you can do to get credit for your work? So, law of attraction, Melissa, I want you to understand that law of attraction is all about vibration and where you are on the emotional scale. All the things that you want come to you when you are high on the emotional scale. So if you want to get credit for your work, you want to succeed at anything and everything in life, all you have to do is to find a way to go up the emotional scale. In my experience, there are 3 ways with which we can go up the emotional scale really, really quickly. Number 1, find something that is easy to appreciate and appreciate it. Appreciation always takes us up the emotional scale, and your appreciation can be about anything. It can be about food you eat. It does not have to be about work. Number 2 is meditation. Meditation is the absence of thought, which means absence of resistance. And in the absence of resistance, we automatically rise up the emotional scale. That's what makes meditation such an important exercise. Number 3, get off the subject. Get off the subject of your life and focus on something entirely different, because when you stop thinking about your life, you also stop creating resistance, and an absence of resistance will automatically take you high on the emotional scale. Remember that the higher you go on the emotional scale and the more time you spend there, then the better your life will keep getting, and everything will change. Not just work, your personal relationships will change, your personal achievements, your professional achievements, all of it will change. Success at work, everything is going to come to you because you are high on the emotional scale. And see, that's the fix as well, because the more time you spend high on the emotional scale, then the more success you create. That really is the fix that you need, because if you stay high on the emotional scale, nothing can go wrong in your life. Because being high consistently on the emotional scale really is the best and most permanent solution of all, because it takes away all fear. You no longer have to be afraid of what other people will do to you, because you are in control. So I understand that you want your colleague to be punished in some way, but that's really not your goal. The only reason you want that is because you feel as if he took something of yours without permission. But when you look at it from a vibrational, energetic point of view, you gave permission, sweetheart. You gave permission through your vibration. Otherwise, it would never have happened. And really what you want at the end of the day is your own success. You don't really care about him and whether he is punished or not. If you were successful, you wouldn't care about what happened to him. And truly, that's what we want. We want you to care only about yourself and your alignment, because that is the only way to get all the things you want in your life and live a happy life forevermore. So, Melissa, I hope that you found this response helpful. And to everyone else here, if you are new, thank you for joining me. I welcome you to my channel and I request you to subscribe before you leave. Please click on the like button. Your likes and your comments really help this video to reach a bigger audience. And if you think that there is someone you know who will benefit from hearing this message, please share this video with them. Also, do connect with me on social media. My handle across all social media is Zemahoon, and that is also my website, zemahoon.com. If you want to find out more about the work that I do and the coaching sessions that I offer in group and one-on-one formats, you can find that information there, and you can also find out more about my online courses and my books. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.